Welcome to the Crooked Stripes Podcast, where your hosts discuss various aspects of lawn care, landscaping, and snow removal. Let these two friendly Canucks help you cultivate a different outlook on the green industry. And with that, here are your hosts, Brendan Brubaker and Martin Hodder.
Welcome, everyone. This is the inaugural episode of the Crooked Stripes podcast, and I'm your co-host, Brandon Brubaker. I'm the owner of Brubaker Horse Landscape and Stripe Life Canada now. We just changed the name from Brew Prop Care over to Stripe Life Canada, and I have my East Coast buddy, Martin Hodder, on the other end. Martin, how are you today?
Good, man. Yourself. Glad to be here.
Oh, I'm great. Yep.
That's good. And I'm the owner of Hodder Landscaping out on the east coast of Canada in Sydney, Nova Scotia.
Beautiful. Yeah. Martin and I, we've been talking about this for a little while now, starting a podcast, and first episode's here. So feels good to be on with you.
Yeah. Finally made it.
Yeah. Finally made it. Yeah. And I guess I should mention I am in Elmira, Ontario. It's about an hour west of Toronto. So, how many hours are between us?
It's a while. We're 22 or so, I guess, on the drive out there. So a little bit of a drive.
Yeah. Martin is on basically as far east as you can go.
Yeah. We're out there.
Yeah. He's out there. So yeah. No, Martin and I have known each other for probably 5 years now, right?
Yeah. It'd be close to it for sure. 4 or 5.
Yeah. 4 or 5, but we just met in person recently. We've talked on the phone. You know, we've been on some calls before back in the day, and I've chatted with you throughout, the last couple of years through Insta and stuff. I'm always asking you questions. So
yeah, on a pretty regular basis, we'd be kind of chatting it up about different things or whatever. And
yeah,
it's nice to actually get to meet in person. It's a pretty good way to do it, I guess. So.
Oh yeah. Yeah. No, we just met 2 months ago at the Equip Expo.
Yeah.
So that was the first time. Yeah, on the way. First time meeting Martin, and I messaged you. I think I messaged you in like June or like May, and I was like, "Hey, would you want to come? Like, would you want to go to the show?" Right?
Yeah, it was early summer for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that we were kind of
away we went.
Because I wanted to go the last 2 or 3 years, but this spring I was like to my business partner Tyler, I said, "Hey man, the goal is that we can go to this show because we follow so many people and talk to so many people that go, so really wanted to attend this year." And then I thought, well, I may as well extend the invite to you.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, happy to tag along and join. And yeah, I'm the same way. I've been looking at this forever, wanting to go. You see so many people go and all these different brands and everything, where it's such an awesome opportunity to network. It would be well worth the trip from way out here.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, I guess you flew to Toronto the night before, right?
Yeah, we flew up. Well, I flew up Monday morning to Toronto. I had met up with a few guys from Kubota that we deal with, and then went to a Leafs game that night with a few buddies, and then rolled into the next morning with you guys pulling into the hotel at 4 a.m. to start the venture.
That was classic. Yeah, I was like, well, Martin, if you're coming, like, I'm booking us a room, because my partner Tyler and his brother Ethan, they both work for us, obviously. So then I was like, well, the brothers will stay in one room. It's like, well, looks like it's me and Martin in the other.
He didn't seem like a murderer, so we're good.
No, yeah, I know. Could have ended
and just
badly, but
absolutely. And like a lot of people in this industry, right? We're kind of all very similar. Like, you just kind of, and there's always something to talk about. Like, didn't really know if we knew each other before or not. Like, we have a lot in common with grass and landscaping, and so there's always something just to shoot the shit about, right? So it's it's good in that sense.
Yeah, no, that was good. Yeah, because this is my like legit third year probably having employees and doing it right, and like this is what, your 13th year?
13th, yep.
Yeah, so
kind of going all in. So
yeah, which is awesome. So I've been always bouncing questions off you, so it's been really good. Really good. Yeah, so I guess we whatever we said, we'll figure it out. So our flight was at, I think it was 7 a.m. or
yeah,
out of
it was an
Toronto, out of
early one.
Pearson. Yeah. So then you're like, I'm going to the Leaf game the night before. I'm like, you're crazy, because I would be struggling the next day after that.
Yeah, couple hours sleep and
You're all right,
ready to roll. Like I said, you're excited to go and stuff, right? So that lack of sleep kind of wears off pretty quick when you're going on a trip anywhere, right? But especially something like that we're so interested in. It's just
and we built it up.
We built it up for months, kind of talking about it and planning it and booking it, and then it's just like it's finally here. So let's do this thing.
Yeah, and like everyone else posting about it nonstop.
Yeah.
So it's like we gotta go. So, anyways, woke up. I met the boys at the farm there. We loaded in the Eco Diesel, ripped down to Toronto. I got there. I said to you earlier, that was the quickest I've ever got to the airport. And it was like 40 minutes.
Yeah, you'd be like, oh yeah, it'll be like an hour and a half.
Yeah,
so I'm just like bombing around the hotel room, just watching TV, waiting. And then you're like, be there in 5. I'm like, oh, better pack my bag now. And
here we go.
All my stuff in, and away we went.
Yeah, literally met you at the closed gate outside. And whatever, shook your hand and, oh, we're doing it. So that was pretty cool.
Hopped in the back seat and away we went.
Hopped in the back with the boys and we were off. So no, that was good. Picked Martin up super early. We went to the airport, went through security, got all that out of the way. So that went smooth. There's no direct flights to Louisville, Kentucky out of Toronto.
From anywhere, I don't think.
Well, then we figured that out. Like everyone was flying all over the place. So, and I mean, we could have
New York too.
Right.
That seemed to be the big one because that's where it's kind of the main hub, I guess, to get down to there. So
I mean, like we could have drove, and you and me talked about that, but like,
nah,
you flew. You're far, so it's like let's just all fly. It makes it easier.
If I was driving, it was 34 hours, and I wasn't doing that.
Well, there you go. That's far. From our place, it's like 8.5 from Elmira.
So if we're doing that, like if I'm flying to meet you guys and then spending a day drive, it's just like, let's just fly, spend the money. And it's just like, we're there. We're not spending a whole, because it takes a whole day too, right? By the time you load up and go, and then you're dead by the time you get there. It's just as easy to hop on a plane, sit there, and easy.
No, exactly. That's so true. Yeah. So we went through New York. So that was cool seeing New York City from the plane. Big,
flying in.
I've never been there. You were just there, but I've never been.
Yeah, I was there this summer, but no, that was cool kind of flying in and
flew into New York. That was pretty cool. Hopped on another plane, went to Louisville, Kentucky. Got there. We were chatting the whole way on the plane, and
maybe irritating a few people on there.
Yeah. And, Martin and I have kind of loud booming voices. So we're shooting the shit in the back, talking. And I got Tyler and Gibby on the left of me, right, in the other seats. And whatever, we're just talking. And we're probably being a little loud, but whatever. We just met each other. We were excited too, right? So we're
absolutely
talking about everything we enjoy talking about. So then Buddy in front of us, Tyler beside me, said he just caught his eye on Buddy Snapchatting someone. So he said Buddy wrote to his like girlfriend or whatever. He's like, hey, like on the way. And he's like, I am sitting behind the two most sounding Canadians I've ever heard in my life.
I know I definitely have an accent. I know that.
Yeah, a little.
I have no issue admitting that one. So,
right. No, I know. And of course, we both do, as we found out talking to everyone down south, that we both have pretty thick accents, apparently.
Canadian accents.
Whatever. So. It's no worries. So, so that was pretty funny.
They all knew where we were going, though.
Yeah, they all knew where. Yeah, I know. Yeah,
because there's those couple guys in the front of the plane too that asked if we were going to.
Yeah, they heard us too.
Yeah, they heard us talking about they're going to the hardscape version of it. So
right, yeah,
all going to the same spot, but they knew where we were going.
Oh yeah, I think the whole plane did, but
yeah, but that's okay.
Whatever. Yeah, that was okay. No, we got there. It was really good. Met a couple people in the airport. Phil Vision, he's out of Quebec. I've been chatting with him for a while. He's a tree guy. So that was cool.
Super
meeting
nice
him.
fella.
Yeah, super nice guy. Meet him, chat with him in person. That was pretty cool.
Mhm.
Yeah, we got in. We checked in. We stayed downtown Louisville. You know, we were hungry by then. We went out and got some lunch. Ordered a couple ultras because that's what we do. I guess.
Couple beers for the boys.
Couple beers to the boys. No, 8. That was cool. Kind of,
It was like
you know.
It was a really good spot too for the hotel, like being right downtown, where a lot of people stayed over by like the convention center. It was, or the location. Or it was way easier staying downtown because we were just so close, right? We were just able to walk everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, we were a 2-minute walk from that little pizza place. The couple other bars we went to. It's just so convenient.
Oh yeah, that was wicked. And then the show has like coach bus shuttles all day, like for the show. So it was like one of the stops was our hotel. So it's like, well, how do you beat that?
Yeah. Oh, we even able to get our passes there too. We were able to get our so that saved time in line and everything. We got to the show. We didn't have to wait with everybody else to get our badges and whatnot. So that was good too.
No, that was pretty
overall great spot. And it seemed like there's a lot of people from the show staying there as well.
Yeah. In our around our hotel, area. So no, that was cool. Yeah, checked in, had some lunch, got to know you a little better, even though we were talking the whole way there. Yeah. No, then we went over to Mitchell Gordy's event at the Merle's Whiskey Kitchen.
Yeah.
So that was
we pulled up and there was the big lineup. Like, we wouldn't even get into it. It was jammed.
Big
it was
lineup.
Really good.
Yeah. No, that was really good. And that was a jobber hosted event. So that was really good. We met like all tons of jobber partners and just guys we've been following for like, I've been following
years.
Some of these guys for like 8 years.
Yeah. And like you never met them. You never got to really talk to them. And it's crazy when you get to actually like meet these people face to face and like shake a hand and buy them a beer or whatever, right? It's
it was just kind of surreal, some of it, because it's like I've been following, a couple of these people for a long time and seeing them just on my phone constantly and then meeting them in person's like, like, hey, they're a real person. Yeah, they're actually a person.
Yeah, not just a face on a phone.
Yeah, no. So that was really cool. We met Kyle Briner. I've been chatting with him a while. Mitchell Gordy was, of course, there. Chase Steenson, that lawn dude. That was really cool meeting him and catching up with him. Who else was there? Matthews Mowing. Oh, Rebecca the Beast.
Yeah.
She was super chill. That was really cool meeting all those guys and girls. So.
Yeah, and a bunch of people that I recognize, but never put 2 and 2 together. So it's cool getting to see some of those people too, right? And just kind of and even people we didn't know before, and kind of introducing to some of those people that work with Jobber and do that stuff that are kind of in the same boat we are.
Yeah, right. No, that was really cool. So yeah, that was a good night. Had a few drinks there, a couple ultras. I had a bourbon and Coke.
You fit in with it. I didn't. You guys did.
I know. I like to drink what the locals are drinking. Chase rolled in with a bourbon, and I was like, all right, Chase, I'll join you with one. So.
Yeah, he's the local guy. Might as well follow that lead.
He's the local guy. Yeah, he's from Louisville.
Yeah.
I figured out it's not Louisville, it's Louisville.
Louisville. I can't say it. I've said it wrong every time I said it, I think.
I was trying to say it, so no, that was good.
But after that we hit up the opening ceremonies too. That was pretty good. So we kind of walked down with all those guys. We just kind of met and hung out with them for a little while, and that was an awesome event. That was
they had a band.
That was the band. I think your boys found food every corner they went into.
Yeah. Pulled pork sandwiches.
They had plates of food and just kept
going.
I know. I was like, holy. But
Tyler and Gibby just mucking all the food.
Yeah, mucking it all.
Oh yeah, no, that was cool. That was a good night, but we were a little tired. That was a big day, right? So.
Oh yeah.
No, then the boys went to bed, and I think you and me just hung out at the hotel lobby, didn't we?
No, we went to the sports bar that night.
Right.
We made our way over to.
We
made our way over to the 4th Street Live there, and we hit up that little sports bar, and that was the 4 of us, and then we met the guys from Yakta as well.
Yeah, right. They were
The,
in the
like the
little
sales
bar.
get the display.
Yeah, that was
we
cool.
kind of chatted with them for a little bit, so
Yeah, made that connection. So
made it a bit of a late night, but nothing too crazy.
Yeah, no, nothing too crazy. So no, that was a good first day, you know, meeting everyone. And the show didn't start till Wednesday, at noon anyhow. So
which we found out at 10 o'clock when we went over.
Which we found out, but whatever, we figured it out.
We weren't late by any means, so.
No, exactly. Yeah, no, Wednesday woke up. There was a breakfast spot in the hotel and we just thought it was all included. So Martin and I just kind of walked in.
Moseyed on over.
I think someone scanned their card and then we just kind of strolled in.
Yeah, we tried our room key and it didn't work. And then somebody was like, "Oh, I got that for you." And then she opened it. We walk in and this is like nice, luxurious little room with all kinds of fresh breakfast.
Oh, yeah. That was
all
nice.
All the people in like the dress pants and dress shirts and we're like shorts and a t-shirt looking like a bunch of
hoodies.
Yeah. It's like, oh, I don't think we're supposed to be here, but
we were getting some looks in there. And we figured out after we weren't supposed to be in there, but whatever.
We probably should have went for breakfast with Tyler and Gibby there.
Yeah, they went to McDonald's, I think.
They had a little adventure.
Yes, they did. Yeah, they went on an adventure, so that was good for them. Yeah. No, that was good. Had some breakfast. Yeah, then it was like 10:30.
Yeah.
We thought,
10, I guess.
Let's go check out this show, you know. Mm-hmm. So we hopped on the coach bus shuttle and ventured over to the show, thinking I thought it was open at 9.
We probably should have realized when we were the only people on the bus.
Yeah, I know, right? But
we probably should have clued in. But like I said, it was cool. The other thing, some stuff going on.
Yeah, the other thing was I was like going on Instagram and they let like a bunch of the other like bigger influencer guys in there like an hour or an hour and a half before and let them post with no one in it. So I was just looking at that in the morning. It was like, oh, it's going. Like, let's roll.
Yeah, let's get over there. Yeah, we don't want to be late.
No, we're excited too, right? Of course. So,
well, especially after traveling that far, it's like, you want to get in there and see it. And like I said, it's only for what it is, for the size of it, it's relatively short, right? It's only 2.5 days of.
I know.
And we couldn't do the Friday show because we were leaving. We had afternoon flights, so we were trying to get in there and see as much as we could.
Yeah,
with the time that we had. So
and there's like 930 vendors. Like that's crazy.
Wild.
That's wild. So we did our best to see, you know, the ones we wanted to see, but you can't see everything. That's just no, exactly. So no, that first day we hung around the drone area and
and there was some like innovative stuff too, like some of that new stuff, and I think there were some trucks, and that's where we seen those trucks as well, like the cab overs, and those were wicked. That got me pretty fired up.
That got us both fired up because I've never seen one in person.
Me neither. Like I see them on Instagram and stuff. And you don't really like. You're like, oh yeah, it's a cool setup, whatever. When you actually like see it, you can like put the ramp down. You can go up on the deck. You can see all like how it's set up.
Yeah.
It's like, God damn, this is
cool.
This
I know.
Setup.
This is pretty legit. So no, that was cool seeing that. Yeah. No, then we got a couple white rock stars at the vending machine, and they were like $8 Canadian. I seen on my Visa after, so that was
worth every penny.
Yeah, worth every penny.
Yeah.
So that was.
And that was good. Just kind of moseyed on there until everything. We got in line with everybody else with a big rampage in it.
Yeah.
So opened the doors at 12. Little stampede action going on.
Yeah, stampede in there. No, so that was cool. Yeah, right away we went seen the Yakta mowers because they were right.
Yeah, they were right
really
there. Good spot. They were like first person you see pretty much when you went in, right? But I guess they're really trying to release that new product, so I could see why they would want to be in that exact location. It's a lot of people seeing it right away. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a brand new commercial mower that is pretty cool. It has like a split frame technology, so you can release the deck and, you know, put on different attachments like a snow blower, a blade, a bucket, an aerator, a blower. So they seemed like pretty cool machines. That's what I thought. So
yeah, definitely diversified a little, right? To kind of make that one machine that can kind of do multiple. Yeah, so it's interesting for sure to check that out.
Yeah. And then we went by the Walker booth, chatted with those guys. I showed you, because you've never seen a Walker mower
I've never seen
before.
never seen, and that was like the biggest thing for me. There was so many brands there that I
Right.
just never heard of before. And then like
Yeah.
there was a bunch that like I see guys run on Instagram, like you with your walkers. Like
Yeah.
I've seen them in your videos. I've never seen one in person. We don't have a dealer out here. It's just
Right.
so different. Like we have like 2 dealers. We run Kubota or John Deere. That's all there is out here. So when you see
Right.
all these other, like there was like Bad Boy and Ferris and great, like all these different things, I'm just like,
Yeah.
there's so much more than
Yeah.
what I'm
I
seeing.
know.
So
Especially where you are, like in Canada, you don't have a ton of dealer support. You just have a couple big names, right?
yeah, we just have to. Well, I mean, I've been with Kubota forever. We've been happily using their product, but like just some of the stuff that's out there that I just never seen before. It was just
I know.
The whole thing
blew
was like
my
mind
mind.
blowing, and especially
I know.
like even like up in Canada, we have a lot less brands than the States. But then you go like way out where I'm at, it's like they're even cut down even more.
Yeah.
So it's a big difference for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Martin's on the Cape Breton Island, which is like he's out there.
Yeah. Like we're a ways, so
You're pretty out there. I'm near Toronto.
Cool spot if anyone ever wanted to visit. But
yeah. Beautiful golf courses out there.
Yeah, a couple of the top ones in Canada for sure. And I think maybe a couple in the world, maybe I think is somewhere on that list. A few of the ones up at
2
Cabot
are in the
Cliffs
top
and,
5. Yeah.
Cabot Cliffs and Cabot Links. So there's
well,
and then even in Canada, like we have the Highland Links as well. That's 6 or so. I think we have like 3 of the top, at least top 10 in Canada. Might be 3 of the top 5. So
that's crazy.
Some pretty scenic spots out here, right? So it's.
I think I'll be coming out there this summer next to golf it up a bit with you. So
absolutely, I'm terrible at golf, but I'll tag along.
Hey, I'm not very good either, but we're
Perfect.
getting better.
Yeah, working on it.
Oh yeah,
not a whole lot of free time for it.
Well, exactly. In the summer, it's hard to, make time with what we do. So, we do what we can, right?
Yeah, and a lot of times after spending 8 hours cutting grass, the last thing I want to do is go walk around on more grass.
I know. Honestly, I just want to be like in an air-conditioned room.
Yeah, stand under my heat pump with the air conditioning blasted and just
nice. There you go.
Take her easy.
Exactly. Nice. Yeah, no, we visited a couple booths. We made a little list of what we wanted to see, but we just
I know we checked out the Billy Goat one too. I like that because I was looking at buying a walk behind leaf blower, and it was nice to be able to actually like put your hands on one and kind of
talk to them, see
what it was all about, and talk to it and get the kind of details of it. That's it. Without seeing one, I've never seen one in person. No one has one, so it's cool to be able to like try it out and see it there before you go spend the money on it. Because as soon as I got home, I was like, this is what I wanted. And then you order one up like that Friday or that Monday I was home. And there was one there.
You got one.
Wednesday. And we used it all fall. It was wicked.
Yeah, which is awesome. Yeah, see, that's awesome. Yeah, then we went over to, of course, we have our friends at Jobber. We had to go say hi to all of them. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, and it was nice too, where we met a bunch of them the night before at the Jobber event. So we kind of knew some people and walked over, chatted with them. And
yeah, no, that was sweet. Yeah, because the majority of them, they were from Edmonton, Alberta.
Yeah, because it's a Canadian-based company.
Which is pretty cool.
Because they said they were talking about their flights, and they all had like 3 or 4 flights each. And I was like, I don't feel as bad anymore. I only had 3. So
that was pretty funny. No, really cool seeing them. Yeah, they've watched all our videos, so we were laughing at a couple of those. So that was cool.
Yeah, and I made sure we stopped by the Kubota booth there. I wanted to check out some of their stuff. And it's cool, too, getting to talk to some of those guys that I ran into at that Kubota event this summer down in Georgia. So, and like they remembered me, too, which was pretty crazy for how big of an organization it is. They kind of know you by name when it's like, that's pretty sweet. Pretty good feeling, right? When you can kind of check back in with them 3 months later and they know who you are and bring up some of the stuff we talked about down there and whatnot. So
yeah, no, that was cool talking to those guys. Yeah, I met all those guys. That was really cool for me. I love Kubota. That's how I grew up mowing. Dad had a BX 2600 and 60-inch deck, and I was tasked with looking after mom and dad's, since I was probably 10 years old. So I'm a I love Big Orange too. So
Yeah,
no, that
good.
was
Can't
good.
beat it.
Mm-mm.
So
Yeah, so that was good.
A few other booths. I remember just kind of talking to some other people throughout. Like there's just so many. It's so hard to kind of
I know.
go back
Yeah.
through and go through them
Yeah.
all. So,
It
but
wasn't
I think
like
next year we'll have to
Yeah.
kind of
Oh yeah.
we'll do a little better planning for sure. Kind of
Yeah. Yeah.
because the whole thing was just so overwhelming. It was just
It was a
you
little
turned around and it
overwhelming.
was 100 people and 10 booths everywhere you turned.
I know.
Just
and then
jammed.
another
And,
wing of booths.
yeah, and a whole section we didn't even see.
Yeah.
Like the
I
whole
know.
hardscape section, we just somehow missed it,
Yeah.
which was crazy. But next year,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now we have to go next year.
yeah, it's like, and it's one of those things. Like once you go once, it's like, how do you not go back?
I get why people go now. Like I
Mhm.
get it. So so that was
Yeah.
good. Yeah,
And it's
that was good.
well worth it to take that time off to
totally.
Because like I said, we're both very busy people, and like
Yeah.
that was one of the reasons I never went before. 'Cause it's so hard to take that time off
Yeah.
in the middle of October, leaf season, mow season, whatever you have going on, right? But it was well worth it to be able to do
Oh yeah.
that.
Yeah. A little bit delegating work prior, but it was all good. We figured it out. So glad we went. So no, that was good.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. So that day, we stayed inside on the Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
We didn't go to the demo area because that was another overwhelming experience.
A whole
the
other
next
thing
day.
in itself. Yeah.
But anyhow, we stayed inside. So that was cool. No, then we we stayed pretty well till close, 4:30 or so. So that was good.
Yeah.
And then, bust back to the room, did that. Then we had a couple boys, only an hour away from me. They were driving down, we knew, on the Wednesday. So then, we were texting them like, oh, hey, you boys want to meet us? Like, we're going to go out for dinner. Like, and I've never met them in person either. I've talked to them on Instagram, but
there's a lot of that going around that whole week. Just
I know
people we've talked to, never met, but it's just kind of like I said, able to show up and just kind of shoot the shit because we all have a lot in common, right? Where it's easy to talk about that sort of stuff.
Yeah, no,
yeah,
exactly.
that's when we hit up that little Irish pub, wasn't it? Kind of right by our hotel.
Oh yeah, we had to. Yeah, we went downtown. We had to go where all the locals go, so it looked like the Irish pub was the spot to go to. So we met. Four of us went over there, and then we met Tyler from 519 Property Maintenance. So that was cool. Aaron from AH Property Maintenance, and then Nick from Sticks and Bricks. What a beauty name! What a beauty of a guy!
Great company name. Yeah, good fella, good dude.
Yeah, so that was fun. We were all hanging out and, 7 or 8 landscapers talking about landscaping for a couple hours. So that
grass and snow.
Yeah, literally. So that was pretty cool seeing those guys. So hung out there for a while. Then then those boys, they were pretty tired because they were up early and they drove all day.
Yeah, they left like Tuesday at like 11 o'clock.
Yeah,
and then drove all night to make the show.
Right, they drove all night.
Toughed it out for a few hours to hang out and meet the boys and have a couple beer and.
Yeah, then they went back. Yeah, then they went to the hotel. So.
Yeah, and we kind of continued our hunt for more Michelob Ultras.
Shenanigans that we get up to, Martin and I.
Yeah. Yeah, because we went back to that's when we hit up the little corner store and grabbed a couple beer and went back to the hotel and.
Yeah, I grabbed a couple cases because in Canada we don't have beer at corner stores or liquor.
That's that was mind blowing too. The fact you just walk into a store and it's like, oh, here's a case of beer.
I know, and the price so much cheaper.
It was like $16 for an 18-pack of Michelob.
I know,
it's $65 for 30.
I know, it's insane.
Crazy the difference.
It's hard to wrap.
Drink it.
Oh, I know. Foolish is right. So no, we did that. Brought it back to the room. Had a couple. Then Tyler was asking, like my partner Tyler, he was just rapid fire asking you questions, which I love to see.
Which was awesome. Yeah, like you said, it's nice to see a young fella kind of take some interest and dive into it and want to like figure that sort of stuff out. And
it's
good. It's a good thing, right?
No, yeah. So that was pretty cool. Yeah, that was just really good to see. And I'm listening the whole time, of course, too.
Yeah,
I'm always
just fist
asking you
pumping,
stuff,
super excited.
Yeah, Tyler is fired up, though, so I love seeing that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, then I think we ran out of that beer, and that's when we seen Matt Armstrong. They were downtown, so we were gonna go swing down there and meet up with those boys.
And then we lost the boy. The fellas went to bed. My guys, they went to bed, and Martin and I weren't quite done yet.
Those young guys can't keep up anymore.
I guess not. So we'll just keep it.
So we made our way over. That's when we hit up the PBR?
PBR. Yeah. Professional
cool
bull riding club.
Yeah,
or
cool bar,
the bar.
for sure. I mean, we met some more people from the show there as well. We met like the Hidden Light guys and hung out with them for a little bit. And...
Yeah, that was cool. Yeah, meeting them. And that was, we roll into it was like a bull riding. It reminded me of like, I went to Fanshawe, London, Ontario. It reminded me of Cowboys. It's like the main country bar there.
Yeah, kind of similar vibe to it.
Yeah. The wood on the, wood everywhere around. So that was pretty cool. Felt like I was right at home.
Yeah. And then we made it back to the hotel bar, and the place was bumping at that point.
Oh, yeah, right.
We had a few interesting conversations there, but
with some interesting people, but it's all good.
Yeah, some fun, some interesting folk.
Yeah, so no, that was good. I love a good hotel lobby bar at the end of the night. It's just a great time.
Yeah, I said it before to you a bunch. You can learn a lot over a couple beers.
Yeah, and you're right. Yeah. You've told me some stories of that. I totally agree. So, no, that was good. Yeah, I guess that was the end of the second day on Wednesday. Just ended it off.
It's crazy looking back and just kind of thinking how much we did in such a short time there. It's like we just never stopped. Like when did we sleep?
I know. Not a lot of sleep.
No, because we're both pretty early risers. It was like 6 o'clock. You are wide awake and just doing a little work on the phone, making sure the boys are getting everything done. But
which is good.
Yeah, which led into our Thursday and another full day grinding it out.
Led into our Thursday. We didn't go into the breakfast place Thursday.
No, we didn't try to sneak in.
Hold off.
Didn't want to push our luck.
No, exactly. So, no, that was good. And then the two boys wanted to take the scooters out because like we don't have those where we are, where you just scan the app and go. Right?
They were so excited. I think they're more excited for the scooters than anything else.
Yeah, they're amped for the scooters, which was awesome. Great to see,
Yeah, going to a pawn shop or two and going some spots they probably shouldn't have went, but
well, and then that night they're telling us where they went, and like Gibby's like, I went to a pawn shop and talking to these guys, and he's like, oh yeah, it was this part of town, and then I was like, pretty sure Chase said don't go past like 4th Street, and you like 4th or whatever it was 7th.
Yeah, we were like, we're down on 12th. I'm like, oh man.
Like, he said, do not go there. Yeah,
not necessarily naive, but like they're probably never in like a city like that before either, right?
Oh
like,
no,
they're from your same area.
Oh yeah.
Welcome
to growing up in Elmira with horse and buggies and tractors. Like
going to riding scooters, rip around at 2 o'clock in the morning, and
in Louisville, Kentucky.
Yeah, probably not the safest spot to attend.
So
they figured
the boys
survived.
Yeah, the boys made her back, so that was good. They had fun in the morning there, but then you and me, we thought we had a good time at that Irish bar, so why not have a little lunch there the next day, right?
Yeah, so little early lunch, and
well, the boys were out scooting, we were out having some food and some beer, some more ultras. So, that was
another beer or two.
Yeah,
no,
that was good.
It's just it's nice when you find a spot like that too. That's kind of close that is good. Like even next year, if we go back, like I'd go back to that spot.
Oh,
either the two spots we went to, they were awesome spots.
Totally. Oh yeah, we're doing it all again next year.
Absolutely.
So no, that was beauty. Yeah. Then I guess the Thursday our plan was to get into the demo day a little bit more, and it was it was pretty sunny that day, and it was a little warmer.
It started that way, and then it was really hot, and then it just like mid-afternoon it just like changed like instantly, and it was like downpour because we were trying to figure out why everyone was leaving.
Yeah,
and right. It was all these people leaving in the rain. Yeah. All the
Right.
landscapers scared of the
Yeah.
rain.
I know. And of course, we were in shorts because
Yeah.
it's just
Looking like a bunch of lunatics walking around in shorts and a t-shirt, and everyone there's
literally
like bundled up
But
in
I mean,
sweaters and hoodies and everything
I
else.
would wear that. I would wear shorts and a t-shirt, like if that weather was like that here, like 100%.
Absolutely.
So, but that was just funny seeing everyone in pants and coats, and we're in shorts and t-shirts. So
Yeah.
that was
Yeah,
good.
for sure.
Yeah. No, we hit up the demo area. We tried a couple mowers. I of course wanted to go try out a couple Walker mowers.
Made me try one out.
Yeah, made you try one out, and that was pretty good because it's the
Still-
opposite of what you're used to, right?
Oh, it's all completely backwards. The thing, I was just like, I couldn't figure it out to save my life. I was just going like, I think I was on the slowest speed possible.
Yeah.
Just like creeping around, but he's like, turn it up. I'm like, no. Because I didn't want to be the guy that drives through the hay bale and wrecks the display or crashes a mower or whatever else, right? So
just putzing around.
Yeah, I feel like if I had time on it, it'd be one of those things that you can kind of catch on to it. But there in front of a bunch of people and this, and I'm like, no, this ain't my cup of tea.
No, you would have, you would have figured it out soon. But I know it's just totally different than what you're used than a typical zero turn, right? You're the walker, you're pulling to turn, with one hand rather than pushing with two hands, basically. So, anyways, just a little bit different to get used to.
Maybe someday if I'm ever in Elmira, I'll come mow with you and I'll make a mess.
Now we're talking.
I'll make some real crooked stripes.
Yeah, nice, exactly. Oh no, that's good. Yeah, we'll have to do that sometime. That'd be jokes. Yeah. No, we tried. What else did we try out? Walker. I know the boys tried out. They tried out a Ferris and an X Mark.
They tried out everything. They just I mean, that's the beauty of being young, right? Just me and you were just kind of moseying around, looking at stuff, and they're just every time they were like, "Yeah, we're at the still booth," and we'd go there. And like, "Oh, we're at the Echo booth. Oh, we're at the." I'm like, "How the hell are they moving so quick?"
I know. Oh, we just tried out this mower. I'm like, I can't keep up to these guys, and like we're not that old. Like I'm 31 and Martin's 34.
Yeah, but they're also 20
Tyler's
and 21,
22, and Gibby's 19. So 19, it's like
still a little different. Still got a decade and a half on them, right? So
yeah. So I know.
So but no, and then Gibby did the spiker race.
Right.
Almost had her. Yeah.
Yeah. Almost
and
had
the fella in front of him that blew a tire on the turn and went for a little.
Yeah. He
went flying.
Yeah, he almost blew over the hay bales, so that was pretty funny. No, doing that. So then it started raining, and then it was kind of becoming the time when a bunch of these giveaways were happening, in the afternoon on the Thursday. Mm-hmm. So Hustler was doing this huge 3 mower and trailer giveaway, and it was kind of like the main one, right, of the whole show.
That's a $50,000 prize.
Yeah.
Easy.
I know.
Easy $50K.
$50K US.
Yeah.
I know. It was nuts. So that they were hyping it up pretty big there. And Ken with the Stripe Life was there. He had a little table, and they were doing like a Yeti giveaway. So they gave away like 6 or 7 little hard Yetis. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah. And then same with the seats that he had, the Stripe Life seats. Those are pretty cool too.
Yeah, custom seats. That's pretty. Yeah. That could be a thing. I could get involved in a couple of those.
Yeah, get some Canada flags on there.
Oh yeah, now we're talking. That'd be wicked with some stripes. That'd be mint. Yeah, no, that was the first giveaway. So we went there. Yeah, we did the Yeti giveaway, and it was almost like they're building it up, for the big trailer.
Because like with all that stuff, you had to be there to win. Which is really good, right? Because you kind of got this huge crowd gathering, and then you can just kind of feel the vibe changing when it's like, all right, we're starting to get this, and then people are like there and getting like fired up to win, and then
it was like a buzz.
Yeah,
oh yeah,
the place was buzzing for sure.
Yeah, because there was like probably 400 or 500 people when they were doing the Yetis, right? Like it was jammed.
Yeah. I think it was more than that.
Oh, when it was because it was at like 3:00, and then like
it was 3:30. I think
the crowd just got bigger and bigger and bigger,
and we were pretty close. So I don't think we realized like how big the crowd was, because like if you turned around and looked behind you, there was a flood of people. 30, 40 feet, just all squished in like little sardines.
Right? Yeah. So that was crazy. Yeah. So that was cool. They had a bunch of the guys doing the Yeti giveaways. So that was cool. People getting excited. So you could just feel it like ramping up slowly, the vibe in there. So then they did the Hustler 3 mowers trailer giveaway, and they had Chase announce it. That lawn dude, he's got probably the biggest following in our world. So kind of cool that we know him too, you know.
Yeah, he's a beauty. Super nice.
He's
fella.
a beauty. Oh yeah. So that was sweet. He was like hyping up the crowd, getting everyone going, and like it was loud.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it was
like he's like, I can't hear you guys, and it was loud.
Yeah, the crowd did a good job.
Yeah, so that was cool. He dropped the big name, and then actually Tyler was standing beside the guy who won. They were on the other side. We couldn't even find him.
Yeah.
So that was funny, and he was standing beside the guy who won. And the guy like jumped so high, and I remember seeing him, and I was like, how did he jump that high? So then after, Tyler's like, buddy like jumped, like used his hand, grabbed my shoulder, and just boosted himself way up in the air when he won, and just
little
yelled.
Catapult.
Yeah, so that was pretty funny.
That's a huge win for somebody, right? Like that's life changing to win.
Honestly,
because there's the 3 mowers. There was like the 36.
Yeah.
Trim Star, I think it's called.
Yeah, the walk behind.
Yeah. And then like the stand on and the sit down, like that alone is great. Like you're ready to roll out a business.
That's a game changer. Yeah. Like that's 3 mowers off the bat. That's wicked.
And it was nice too. It was like a younger fella that won that probably.
Yeah. It was a younger fella.
Or
then I heard
employee or something too, wasn't
he? I was just gonna say that. We found out after that this guy's boss brought him to the show or something, and then the employee ends up winning the 3 mowers in the trailer. So I wonder how they'll figure that one out.
That'll be an interesting story to hear one of these days. What happened, what came out of it? Because like I said, if he's the boss, he probably bought the ticket or brought him, whatever, right? So it can make for an interesting situation.
Yeah, probably bought the $12.50 ticket.
And that was the other thing that was so crazy. Like it was so cheap.
Oh, I know.
For like a trade, like, you're getting so much value for $12.
Literally.
Yeah.
Wild. I know. That's why it was awesome. So then so Hustler, that was cool. Then Cub Cadet was doing a giveaway for their stand on. It's the same one
smoothly.
Same one we have. Yeah. So then that one you had to be there too. And like I think a couple thousand people punched their name in, right? But they weren't hyping it up. They weren't hyping it up near as the Hustler was, right? So then it was like, oh, Cub Cadet was at 4. And it's like, all right, let's just walk 100 feet down, go to the Cub Cadet booth. Wicked. So then it was like the Black & Decker guy, because they bought Cub Cadet now. He did a little intro, like, thanks for coming, whatever. And then it was like, all right, let's do the mower giveaway. Oh, then they had Blake Albertson from B&B. He did
because he's a big rep for them.
Yeah, he's big with them. Yeah, Blake. I've been following Blake since I started. He's been doing this for a while.
He's like 15 years, or well, probably 10, 12 years, I guess, of doing it, but being on, like, he was probably one of the first guys online doing it, like doing whether it be YouTube or whatever, right? Like he's been grinding it out forever.
Oh yeah, one of the OGs. So that was cool seeing him and all that. But then there was probably like, how many people do you think?
Maybe 100.
Yeah,
that might be pushing it. 75.
I'd say 75 at the most. And it was like, well, you got to be there to win. So then it's like, all right, drum roll, and it's like big build up, and then he announces the first name. It's like crickets. Just nothing. Goes on to the second name. Nothing.
Yeah. And everyone in the crowd is like, oh, that sucks. Like, he'll regret that. And then they just kept going. Name after name. It was like 25 names. It had to be.
Like, at least.
Yeah.
I know. We were standing there for a while, and we just kept going through the list. Nothing. And then I was just like, this is crazy. Like, and then I was like, I have a feeling we're going to take it somehow. I just had a feeling. I don't know.
Yeah. Then we have to figure out how to get it home to Canada.
Yeah, I know, right? So, no, they kept going and they kept going. So then all of a sudden they got to someone and they announced it, and it's like some buddy one in the back, right?
Mhm.
And it was like, oh, that was cool, seeing someone else so excited for it. But then we found out after someone just walked through the crowd and like picked a name out and whispered in Buddy's ear at the front.
Yeah.
So that was
Well, you had to,
kind
right?
of fun.
If
We've
there's
been there all night.
2,500 names and there's 50 people waiting,
Oh my gosh,
the
I
chance
know.
of actually picking somebody in the crowd is like 0.
Right? That would have
Pretty
taken
slim.
all night. Yeah.
We would have missed our flight home the next day.
Yeah, we definitely would have. So no, that was cool seeing that again, right? Then we had the Stripe Life truck giveaway, the old 93 Ford.
Yeah.
Which was classic. That was pretty cool. Ken, bought that and he gave it away for free. So that was cool seeing that. And an older gentleman won that. So it was
cool
all
prize
good
to take home, right?
Yeah, super cool. Super cool. So that was good seeing that. So then I think after that, we just kind of went on back, didn't we?
Yeah, I think we dipped back to the hotel there, and then we made plans to meet up with the Ontario boys again, Tyler and Aaron and Sticks, to do. Yeah, we did dinner that night, and
right.
And then I think Matt came over, Armstrong came over, and he chatted for a little bit. We hung out at that. I think it was the whiskey bar.
Yeah, it was
the whiskey bar downtown. We were there for a while, and it's cool too because like the boys talked a bunch about business that we didn't really get a chance to talk to before, like snow,
totally,
all these different aspects of it, and
that was really good. Oh, we were there from 6 until midnight.
Yeah, we put in a shift.
But it was a good time.
Yeah, and then we
chatting with all those boys, like because Aaron's only in Guelph, and that's like
like for you,
literally 25.
Like, half hour to an hour away. And it's just
Sticks is in Cambridge. That's only 30 minutes, and Tyler's in Woodstock, which is like an hour. So
and couldn't forget cool. It was Stick's birthday too, so we had to celebrate for Nick there.
Yeah, we had to celebrate. He had a great night. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
So
that was a good time. We went back like after having that good time at the PBR before. We the boys made their way back. Me and you and Aaron
and Sticks.
Yeah. So we kind of hung out there for a little while longer, and
that was pretty fun. Yeah, I went back there and the Inlight guys. Inlight?
Yeah, Inlight? Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, they were there, so that was cool. Bought us a couple beverages. So nice of them.
Yeah, so nice fellas.
Cool. Oh, great fellas. Honestly, everyone I met there was so nice, and like they say Canadians are so nice, but like everyone in the landscaping industry is very nice as far as I'm concerned.
Just in general, right? It's just kind of all a good group of ladies and gentlemen, I guess.
Yes, so that was great, just chatting with everyone. Yeah, and then we got Sticks on the bull.
Had to go for a birthday bull ride.
Oh yeah, we had to do it. So that was good. I got a little video of that. I'll post that. But right before that, remember Buddy before on the bull?
that
was something else. This guy, he was into a couple beverages and he wanted to go on the bull, and his buddies they bought him a bull ride, and then he asked the girl, he's like, "Oh, hey, would you want to go on it with me?" And they do that, right?
Yeah,
like for a tip or whatever.
Yeah,
which is cool. So then she's like, "Oh yeah, sure, whatever." Like we're right behind them.
Yeah, because we were waiting. And then Nick was next in line.
Yeah, Sticks is ready to roll.
Yeah,
like get him on there. Yeah, then Buddy in front of us, like he's hammered.
Oh yeah, he was,
and like
2 sheets to the wind.
Yeah, right after the girl agrees that she'll go on the bull with him, he just starts like unbuckling his pants and his belt, and I was just like, "What are you doing, man?" So he like starts to take his pants off, and she's like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "Oh yeah," and he like does them up, and I was like, "I'm gonna keep."
He got on the bull with his pants off.
No, then so he waited. And then I was watching him.
Yeah.
And then right before she's like, "Okay, let's go," he friggin' strips his jeans off and he's got his boxers on and like hops up on the bull, and she's just like, no. And then I was just like, what's going on here? And then all of a sudden, two legit sheriffs come storming Norman
They
in.
were big fellas.
Yes,
I would not
and they were
want either of those chasing me.
like flashlights and all. They were not happy. And they're like, "Where's your pants?" And he's like, "Oh, they're right here." And it was just like, so they come strolling around, and they like this. Then he's getting off, and he's trying to put his pants on because he realizes he's an idiot.
He's up Shit's Creek.
They grabbed him and hauled him out of there.
Yeah, pants
so that was
still unbuckled halfway up his legs.
Pants have. Yeah.
That was
then we were just like, what just happened? Yeah. So that was funny.
And the girl was like, yeah, it happens a lot.
Yeah.
Which is like, I mean, it's a weird spot, right? It's just kind of.
Yeah, I know.
People doing some foolish things and a couple beer in them. And
yeah, no, I get it. Yeah. So.
Yeah. But
we were like, yeah, we were watching. Don't worry. We were like, if he was going to do anything stupid, we were there. So that was cool.
Yeah.
It was all good.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know. Bars here.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Oh, that's funny. No, I know. Yeah. No, then I guess that was Thursday. Then we ventured on home, you and me. It was raining, wasn't it? Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, it was like a cold, like, I don't know if it was rain. It was kind of just a shittier day, I guess, kind of.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, right. So,
yeah. I mean, it would have been, like, if we planned ahead, it would have been good to leave, like, the Saturday. So we could have, like, did the full day Friday. And I think there was, like, a concert Friday night, too, or something. Like,
Aldine was playing on Friday.
Which would have been pretty sick to, like, tough it out. So I think next year we should do that. We'll make sure we stay an extra
100%
day or two. It would be really cool too if there's like a football game or something happening.
Oh, now you're talking.
And like time it up so you get the extra Saturday in, and you go to the
go
concert,
to a Louisville
you see a football game.
Oh yeah, Cardinals game.
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
Make the most of it anyways, right? Kind of get some extra stuff while you're there, right?
Yeah, might as well just go for the week at this point, right?
I mean, yeah.
Nah, yeah.
We'll twist my rubber arm.
Well, exactly. It doesn't take too much to convince me.
No. Little Tuesday to Sunday adventure or something.
Well, exactly. I feel like you and me both can't really get away from a good time.
No. You just kind of keep getting drawn back into them.
Yeah. So, no, that's good. Yeah, no, then we woke up Friday. We were good. We were in good shape. It was all good. Flew back to New York. I think we had to leave. We had to leave in the morning there. So
yeah, it was like probably 10:30, 11 o'clock. I guess we were headed back to the airport. I think we flew out at like 1. And
yeah, right, which was good.
We had a bit of a layover in New York. So I think you guys were back at what, like 6 o'clock, I guess?
Yeah, I think I got home at 6 o'clock. Yeah.
Yeah, so and I had to keep going. I had another. I had a 3-hour layover from Toronto to Halifax, and then. That flight ended up getting delayed, and I didn't get into Halifax till I think 2 a.m. And then we had a little hotel stay that night, so I stayed in the hotel. And the next morning it was probably 10 or 11 o'clock, I guess, and got up and made my venture home. Round out the week, and
you were keeping me updated with your adventure, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, he is just in for." It's like at least double the amount of tour I have to do.
Yeah, like I had to come up a day early, and it takes me a day later to get home, right? So,
which is so crazy. You think, oh, you're not that far from me, but you're quite far. So it's funny.
And we like where we're at. Like we do have an airport, but it's a pretty limited airport. Like we have a one gate in, and it's the same gate you leave out of. Like and it's pretty limited flights. Like we have a flight in the morning, a flight like you leave at 5, or there's a flight in at 7, or you leave at 11:30. Or get in at 1:30. So there's just like those two. There's not really a whole lot of other options with flying into Sydney. So that's why I have to add the flight to Halifax. And
yeah, right. Okay.
It is what it is, but all well worth it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, totally. That was so worth it. We'll definitely be going again next year. So that was
we'll try a little planning so I could maybe time it up a little better or whatever. But
yeah,
it is what it is. We'll make her work.
I think it was a pretty good time for our first time.
Absolutely. And I said a lot came out of it, like this, and everything else kind of come along the way, right?
Yeah, so I guess this came out. It took us till the last day on the flight home, I think. Or no, the night before when it was just you and me having a couple beers there. I was like, I was like, I've always wanted to kind of do a podcast. It's just been an idea in my head for the last couple years, but I didn't want to do it on my own. I didn't feel like I had time. And then you're like,
Instantly, I'm
man,
like, me too. I have a
yeah,
whole list of like topics and
yeah.
ideas and everything. And then we just kind of like
Then you
clicked off on it. And then,
yeah, you showed me your list and I was like, oh my gosh, you've been thinking about this a little more than I have, but love it.
Yeah. And then we just kind of ran with it. And like I said, once we finish out the season and get through the leaf cleanups and stuff, we'll buy some stuff and kick it off. And now here we are.
Look at us go. I know. And of course, the whole plane ride knew we were going to start it because we're not quiet.
No, they knew what was happening for sure.
Yeah, so that was good.
They'll probably be our first listeners.
Yeah, probably. They already know about it.
Yeah.
No, that's gold. So nice. Yeah, do you want to touch on kind of what our plan is with this and kind of what people might expect going forward?
Now that we got this one out of the way, we kind of gave a little story on how we started and a little bit about ourselves, but like our next few, we'll probably do some episodes kind of going over your company and mine and just kind of basically our background, how we got into it, our companies, what we're doing, just kind of a little more info about us ourselves. And then, and I think what we'll like our main goal, I'd say for me as well, is like kind of try to give back to the community as much as we can.
Yes.
Help a lot of these people that are starting out, that are in these positions that we were once in, and just kind of, because that doesn't matter if you're in Sydney, Elmira, Kentucky, wherever you're at, you go through all the same sort of stuff starting out. And we kind of have, I know I have some cool stories from when I started, like running out of a car, like making it work, and you just kind of figure it out and make it happen. So whether we talk about marketing stuff or growing a business, running a business, struggles, snow removal, pretty much anything. We'll kind of try to delve into it all and see if we can give some info back to whoever else wants to tune in and listen.
Yeah, exactly. And I too started with a car, so I'm sure that's going to be pretty funny.
The fact we both did is pretty good. And like I said, we'd like to try to get some people on, and like between the two of us, we know a few people in the industry that kind of could share their story, or and not necessarily all lawn care people either. Like some people that kind of whether it's like an accountant or not necessarily directly tied to landscaping, but enough where because other industries, it's the same thing, whether you're starting a lawn care or carpentry or brick mason or anything, right? It's kind of, you go through all those same things. It's just the tools you're using are a little different, right? So
it's all the same stuff. And it's
just a different perspective.
Yeah, exactly. It was really good going to the show and like, we're talking to all these people and it's like, talking to you, it's like, well, you're 13, 14 years down the road and I'm 3 years. And it's like, I'm talking to you about what I'm struggling with or, obstacles. And you're like, oh yeah, like I remember going through that and boom, boom, boom. This is what you should kind of focus on. It was like, that was really good to, chat with you. And
it applies to everybody, right?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, so
I know. Then it's like not feeling so alone sometimes, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because other people are in the exact same shoes.
Yep, and that's what I learned. We all started and we all were in this,
Yeah, at one point or other, we're all in the same boat.
Yeah, so no, and like, you do snow in the winter. I don't right now. I do a couple yet. Tried to make it work this year. Didn't work out, but we're going to try to do that in the future. And I do a couple other things. Like I'm an ice hockey referee and I'm a part of another business. So we'll get into that down the road a little bit more. So that'll be really good.
It'd be good too, because I think we'll try to do it pretty consistently. I'd say probably once a week. We'll kind of pick a date, and that's when we'll release our episodes. And it'll be something you can kind of tune into on a regular basis. And I think we'll set up probably like a YouTube, and we'll kind of post this as well as through Spotify, like wherever you find a podcast. We'll figure out how to get that up and going, and we'll have an Instagram page. But you can also follow us through yours, because you have Stripe Life Canada, and is it Brewhorst Landscape?
Brewhorst Landscape. Yeah, and mine would be Hotter Landscaping. So like I said, if you want to fire us a message or chat or whatever, or have an idea for a show or a question you kind of discussed, send off a message and we can kind of figure it out from there. definitely don't shy away from reaching out to both of us. We totally are here to help, and you can probably we haven't done throughout the Instagram yet, but at Crooked Stripes, that's probably what it's going to be. So,
or some variation. I doubt it's
some
taken, but just some variation of that. So we'll have it dialed in, and we'll be sharing it through other profiles and whatnot. So
you'll be aware. So nice, that's good, cool, man. Well, that was great chatting with you again.
It was awesome to catch up after kind of Equip and kind of talking on a regular basis, kind of get this rolling. But it's nice to get the first one done and record it and get it away. So
now I'll just keep cruising. Yeah, I think next one we'll touch on a little bit more of my story and then your story, and maybe get into some equipment, and then we'll get into some interviews and go from there.
Yeah, and just keep on rolling with it and see what happens, see where it takes us.
Beautiful. I love it. Well, thanks for listening, everyone. We really appreciate it. Follow, subscribe, you can hit us up everywhere. So
yeah, on all the platforms, we're there.
Yeah, we're all there. We're always around too. Always around. Yeah. Cool, man. Well, we will talk to you next week.
All right, buddy. Good chatting.
Yeah, talk to you.
We want to thank you for listening to the Crooked Stripes podcast. If you liked this episode of the pod, subscribe, rate, and leave a review. It's very much appreciated. Head over to Instagram and follow at the Crooked Stripes. From there, stay up to date on all things lawn, landscaping, and snow removal. Don't forget to join us next week for another episode of the Crooked Stripes. Thanks again for listening.